Welcome back, guys. If you tuned in last week, we talked about, some reasons or signs that it's time for a new website. And so this week, we're going to talk about how to properly launch a new website. If you're new here, I'm Evie, owner and creative director of Evielutions, where I help businesses with web development, graphic, and printing. All right, so you did it. The cake is cut, champagne glitters in your glass, and you cannot wait to start using the new website. But when it comes to the big day, nobody actually seems to visit. Don't let this be you. Start by asking yourself the following question. Why would anyone get excited about your new website launch if they don't even know it's happening? Hint, the answer is probably not something along the lines of, well, because our website is great. Today, we will review, like I said, a few effective marketing strategies that can help create hype for your new website launch. So as usual, let's jump right into it. 1, you want to create a plan for how to launch your website. Building hype around your upcoming website launch doesn't have to be difficult. A little planning can make all the difference in how much visibility you get during those valuable first few days online. You want to start by defining a goal for how to launch your new website effectively. Create the plan that includes what you want people to do. So once you know you are launching your website, map out exactly who will be reached through this campaign. The most important thing is to ask yourself, why would they be interested in, my new website? What can, you offer them that will inspire them to share the news, with their network of connections? A big part of that answer lies in who your target audience actually is. You want to consider what types of people will be visiting your website and use this information to guide, blog post topics, shareable images, and the tone of voice used throughout the website launch campaign. This not only helps attract attention from potential visitors, but also initializes a community of people excited about what you're doing. Next, you want to build anticipation by sharing sneak peeks of your new website. You want to make sure the people you're trying to reach actually know about your upcoming website launch. This can be done through newsletter, email marketing campaign that just highlights all of the changes, but also includes an exclusive sneak peek at some features before they are out and available for everyone. Sharing a different sneak peek of the website each day or, a couple weeks, and talking about the behind the scenes of the process is a great way to stretch out the excitement over a longer period of time. This way you'll have multiple chances of getting your customers' attention if they missed, your previous announcements. People love little glimpses into how other people live their daily lives. So sharing these sneak peeks will be more effective if you provide an interesting insight or image that makes them really want to know more about it. So if you're working with a developer, I'm sure they can do some screenshots or something like that for you as they're working on the website. Next, we're going to talk about leverage social media platforms to get attention. This is a given. So social media is a great way to keep your audience engaged and excited until the big day. You want to be sure to share important information, exclusive sneak peeks like we talked about, and some behind the scenes and more. Don't forget to create compelling copy around your new website launch as well. And share some quotes from satisfied customers, testimonials about changes people can expect to see on the site, and how the whole process went down. The more interesting you make, this content for people, the more likely they are to read and share it with their connections, as I mentioned before. Encouraging, likes and comments to help build an active online community surrounding your launch process is a great idea as well. So when someone feels involved in the conversation, they are much more likely to share it with their network of connections. effectively basically increasing your visibility for your website launch across all platforms. Another thing you could do is work with influencers in your industry to promote the new website on their channels. When you're starting to plan out your website launch, look into who the top influencers are in your industry and see if they would be interested in a collaboration. People trust influencers because they are considered authorities, in that particular field of interest. So having people with, established followings discuss your new website can help it gain traction by inspiring others who may, see the value in what you've created, as well as you're getting exposure from their audience as well. So this is a great way for you to build connections and gain exposure. People are going to just be more inclined to pay attention to you if they know someone they trust has already validated your work. Now we're going to dive into choosing a strategic launch date. We're going to dive in this a little bit deeper. Choosing an appropriate launch date can have a huge effect on the amount of attention you get for your new website. So if you create a sense of excitement around the release, then it will almost feel like an exclusive event that only your loyal customers are invited to. But you want to make sure to schedule this for a day or half day where there are no other major events being held, so that you can really ensure maximum viewership. So now we're going to go through some things that you need to take into consideration when choosing a website launch date. You definitely want to consider the time of the year. October is a great time for new website launches because it's closer to the holidays, but not quite right in the middle of the sale season. Summer months can also be a fantastic time because everyone is wanting to take some time off and unwind, and they're probably on, line a little bit more than usual. You also want to pay attention to the day of the week. So research says that Tuesday is often more popular since everyone has enough time to see any buzz generated by the weekend, and they are, just getting back into the work mode and just looking for some inspiration. You also want to pay attention to the time of day. Think about where your audience is at in their daily routines. Is there maybe an event taking place that will distract them from the computer screens? What is the best time for most people to check social media outlets? So you want to schedule accordingly. And a good tool is you can go into I know Instagram has, analytics that shows you times when people are really viewing your content. So that can kind of help you plan that as well. And so when it comes to website launches, there's no such thing as too much hype. The more people who know and are excited about your website launch, the better. Even if your product or service isn't a household name, the right connections can help you reach people who would be interested in what you actually have to offer. There are so many things that can be done to ensure a successful launch. I would love to hear what strategies do you plan on using when you're launching your website. So be sure to comment below. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. And as usual, I will see you guys next week. Bye.